Hello, good evening. Let me do a sound check if I can hear myself. If I can hear myself and read the story. Good evening, everyone.
I am a 78-year-old woman.
Okay, advert first. So, good evening. Hope you're doing well, everyone. I know. It's been, I can't even remember how many months it has been. I've just been doing the online streaming, you know. You need to take care of yourself. If you don't take a break will come for you. Celestina Agbayi. Hello, good evening. Hope you're doing well. This Celestina, I think I've seen you before. I'm not too sure, but thank you. Thanks for calling. Please don't forget to give us a like, and I hope you can hear me. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I took breaks. I can't remember how long I have been doing just the online streaming. I'm coming back gradually, but if you don't take a break, when the break forces itself on you, you wouldn't want to land in the hospital. So, okay, so it's definitely you can hear me then. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you, mommy. I think I know the person. Is it mommy? The mommy of Mama Precious, isn't it? Thank you for coming. Yeah, I can drop the link if you. Yeah, it's GMC. Yeah, I can see now. Yeah. So I was saying it's been months since I've done the online streaming. I'm gonna come back gradually, and we need breaks sometimes. I was saying if you don't take a break, if it forces itself on you, you will take the break by force, and you would be having the break where you wouldn't wish to, maybe hospital or any other places that is not pleasant. So, yeah. So I've got two issues today that I want to discuss. I've actually had discussion with the first case I'm going to present with a person, but I feel it's something that we need to talk about and hear. So if anyone come across this video and you replay, please let's hear your opinion. We're not going to stay long so that people can be able to watch. So I think I have I can put the first one on the screen. Before that, let me. You know what, JMC? Let's be doing the talking together. I haven't prepared the second distance to be on the screen, so I might just read it out. I'll drop the invite link if it's okay for you to jump in for me. Uh, yeah, that's the link in case you want to join, you want to use that, so we can just verbally be doing everything. Yeah. So this person, I think I should start with this. Um, let's start with the case study because I think I have that ready. Where is it? It might be a bit tiny on the screen, but we just have to keep reading. I'll read it out because I copied that from my email. Mhm. So it's a bit tiny, but it's something that we can still see. and I'll be reading that out. Um, I agree to enter into a contract with those who are ready to help carrying a pregnancy. So I become a surrogate for unknown family. During labor, I was blindfolded, so I don't even know if I had a boy or girl, the color or anything. The child. I mean, I know. She's trying to say she has no clue of what the child looked like from where we were talking. But upon going back to the city, weeks later, my pastor had a baby who cling onto me, but they will quickly take the child from me. I noticed they don't do that to others, and the child does not cling to others. Even my friend noticed this and asked if I had offended the pastor and his wife. She said they noticed the child is always looking at me whenever I'm around them. This was now about 5 months after. I want to believe the child I gave birth to. I want to believe this is the child I gave birth to. Is it wise to confront pastor's wife or promise to always work for them? I'm beginning to regret having a baby I know nothing about. I've been so restless for months now. What do you advise? Yeah. So that's the story, that's the issue. Um so this is just a cap. I'm just gonna kind of explain it well because when I first kind of read it, I didn't understand until when I had the word. And why I did ask question of IVF, surrogacy, the secrecy, was because of certain things I've read of recent. Um, there's nothing wrong in wanting someone to help you to carry your baby. There's this lady called she's Cora's sister. Is it Ama something Ama? She had a baby recently and she wasn't hiding it. She made it public so that people that can also encourage other people to go through the process if they can. Not every woman are maybe lucky enough or fortunate enough, some kind short the door place. Yeah, lucky enough to be able to carry a full pregnancy. So when they now know that they can find help, why should other people be preventing them? I do understand that back in the days, olden days, the parents would be saying, nobody's going to carry your baby for you, all those things. Da, 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 da. We're in a civilized world now, and a lot is happening. Anyway, some can show the door, please. Yeah. So, thank you. Yeah. So, I'm sure this. Let me take it back to our normal screen. We'll put it back to the case study later. So why I asked the question of if IVF and surrogacy should be a secret is because of the way people are tagging it. Some people will not tell you, they won't tell people that are around them or people that they know as also struggling to get a baby. But they will tell you, they will be preaching to you to continue to pray. And I've heard of a pastor and let me just say church people that well respected church people that they are also in the same situation. They will obviously help themselves, go abroad, get this thing done. After having the baby, they will do Thanksgiving, give testimonies, but they will omit this part out that this is what they've done. Everyone keep it as a secret.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? This
You're
place is
welcome.
very noisy.
If you can hear me, you're welcome. But I'll keep talking to when you can. So yeah, they will keep it as a secret, but they will be advising others that just support people. They wouldn't tell them. I've gone through this process. If you have the capacity to also do it, I did it and it worked for me. Some feels okay, their child will be labeled as such, and yet in the society, the world that we're in, you will see some people with a foul mouth, people that just feel that that's the only way they can get at you, and they will tell their own children that, oh, don't you know that your friend in their class, their mom did this also thing, they, they will just say stories that does not their parent wouldn't like those children to hear from outside. So I get that some of them they decide to keep it a secret for a reason, but some don't even let it tell anyone at all. Anyway, so should IVF surrogacy be a secret? Should it be secretive? Should Are we compelled? I'm using the word we as a woman. I'm not giving birth to children anymore. I'm done. As people always say, I am done. Yeah. So should people that go through this should are they compelled to tell the public, maybe their church member, their family, are they compelled to tell them that this is the process we went through to get this baby? Are they supposed to? And if they don't, if they choose not to, should they be blamed? You're welcome, JMC. Nigeria and their networking could help us. Yeah. I think your network is not nice, Mama. Yeah, so now going back to the lady that sent this in, she said so from her story, she said, how did she suspect the pastor's wife, pastor and the wife? She did explain that she kept saying she doesn't mind to assist. It got to a stage where she was told that, oh, why could, if you know you can help people out there, why don't you go? Um, People judge without thinking most times. Exactly, yeah. I'll I'll keep it to myself. You keep it to yourself. Wow. Hmm. Let me just highlight your the reason people keep it to themselves is because of the society, is because of society, because they would label that child, they would tell the child the story the child does know, that the parents are not ready to tell that child. Some will tell their own children, their children will be the one that will tell the child, when children fall out, a lot happen. I know why some people don't want to tell what, but the world we're in, I think a lot of people know all this. We still have some people that still lives in they still have those old mentality. They refuse to want to accept that things has changed. And Celestina also said people judge without thinking most times. Is when when the table turns around to them, when you flip the table, the judgment they give to you is not what they're expecting people to give them. I have so many experiences in that people they feel when it's their turn, you shouldn't do this to them, but when they do theirs, mm, they don't know that you're human, and start thinking of how did you cope during your own time. I will keep it to myself. Yeah. So, and some people tend to get attached to the baby after but that's why couples don't want to let their surrogate know them. Yeah. So this lady, let me just yeah. So from when I had a word with her, she said she was in a way being told where to go to, and she went to the place, obtained the form, do da, 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 da. She said she was there for. This thing that she's written is very small. Do you understand? So she said she was there for, I think, 10 months plus. She said the first few weeks she went home, came back, then later she wasn't allowed to leave the way. It's like a camp that they were all there, blah blah blah. The pregnancy grew and all that. When it was almost time for labor, they will be monitoring you here and there, blah blah blah. When she was in labor, of course they tie her face, and she pushed out. She doesn't know the gender of the baby. She knows nothing, and yeah, she was given a balance. Then she didn't go straight to a proper place where they know her, because she wants to look much okay, so that people don't know that she just anything just happened, and so later when she now back, then she noticed the pastor wife to have the baby. When the people are go and greet her, they'll pick the baby, but the baby is always trying to put her the mouth on towards her boobs. You know how women does, and the baby is always clinging on to her, and the pastor wife will quickly collect. There's a way she said they were doing it that it makes it so suspicious for people to be asking her the question. She said she's having a restless um um life or night as well, that she feels is a baby. So this is where she feels maybe, or maybe she should go and work for them, maybe she should be a friend, maybe if she confront the wife, the wife will feel so helpless and just agree, just said, okay, yeah, but you've been paid off, blah blah blah. I feel you've contract, you have no business with the child, because if you in fact, to me, the last advice I actually gave was try and look for another church, because if you if that's happening too much, the pastor can send his wife abroad to go and stay abroad for a few months or a year or two, where that child wouldn't see you. So whatever that is growing that could be attaching, that's if let's assume maybe it was she's the one that actually gave birth to that child, from what she explained. Let's assume the child did not suck from you, as people will say, oh, some children smells the baby milk when the mother is around. I know that if your baby is still if you're still breastfeeding, and if you're not around and somebody's taking is helping you to look after them, or just in the room, you're in the kitchen, the moment you come closer, they can sense it. There's a way they smell, they perceive or smell the distance, they know. But you didn't breastfeed the child. I don't know, I'm not God, I don't know how things work this way, but I just feel, what if it's like that? Why don't you distance yourself as well if you notice that they are not, this is what is happening, and the pastor's wife is trying to give that let you have that space, so that is their children is not clinging. They could know, they could sense if they don't even know, or they sense it wherever. There are few things she told me that they'd make as a remark, which made her to know that, I think she said pastor wife did make. I'm not saying on her. She has said it before she realized that she shouldn't have mentioned it. That's why she connected it with someone that made such thing where she was in the camp. So I just feel best bet just leave the church. You won't have any reason to be seeing the pastor's wife or seeing the child. And if it's becoming this thing, the pastor's wife can also travel abroad. So you also get not to see the child. When the child grows to a stage, you won't even recognize you. When you say hello, God, you answer I everything so that's just my own. So what are your take for everyone if you come across this video, what is your submission? What do you advise? Do you think, oh, since she's realized her mistake, of course she signed the contract, you can return the money, they don't want it. Do you think she should speak to the pastor's wife politely, accost her, any other way? Should she ever even have that, thoughts of, oh, I think I should go and talk to them when you've already signed the contract? So they've paid you for a job well done. You just want to be sure that, oh, that child is from so is with so person. You shouldn't. And that's what they think that you sign is meant for, or that's why they did it that way. Um, and I think the woman knew, because they've actually used stylishly ask you on such question before you went to the camp. So it's part of what she's told me, that I just feel, don't just leave the church and move on. You'll find your own man and have children. Let me read what. And some people tend to get attached to the baby. Okay, I've read this. Why most couples don't want to let their surrogate know them. Yeah. Next one is, the place is noisy. I will have joined the live stream. That's fine. I understand. I can't even hear you when I accepted you into the stage. She shouldn't talk to them about anything. She doesn't have the right, and she has been paid. Yeah, she can actually be sued as well. She'll just get in trouble. I feel, because for me as well, I feel, because sometimes they do say family, too much familiarity brings, unnecessary um talk relationship. So it's because she's been a bit more familiar with them. When this such happen, they will want to cut all ties of all relationship, friendly relationship. They want to keep everything as pastors and, church goer or a church member. They wouldn't want a process whereby you come and greet me in the house. If that was happening years ago or months ago, they will stop all that, and they will try to maintain it. If they cannot leave the church, let's say for example, if it's a church where, they move them to that branch, and they will be waiting for the next 3 or 5 years where they will be moved to another branch, or they might not be moved at all. So they can't move themselves. So in such cases, it's either the wife is just, maybe most times they go abroad. They might be living abroad for 2 3 years and bring the child back. The child would have grown to a stage, have another formative mind and face. Um, so just don't tempt anyone from trying to maybe set you up, because you never can tell. Their pastors doesn't mean that they might not have any evil thoughts. We're all humans, and we have different thoughts that goes through our mind. The one that you push aside, that, oh, this is evil, or this is not good. But there are some that you entertain because you want revenge, and revenge it can be very sweet for people. Just that it's not good. The repercussion is not good. And she doesn't have any connection with the baby or with the couple. Um, are you asking, or you're saying that? And the next one, she should let go. She shouldn't even think about the baby being asked. Exactly. Yeah. And the people that are asking her the questions, a few friends have noticed it. Did you open up to them that this is what you've gone to do? Did you open up to them that this is what you suspect? You know, they notice how the pastor wife will quickly grab the child, because they don't want that distance to connect as well. Okay, so moving on, I wanted to just spend 25 minutes on that, and yeah, we're doing good. So that we can round up, I can round up this maybe in an hour if it's not, if we have a lot to discuss. So that's that about this case. Let me put the story on the screen again, so that if someone is reading that later. So we're going to read that again. I agree to enter into a contract with those who are ready to help carrying a pregnancy. So I became a surrogate for unknown family. During labor, I was blindfolded, so I don't even know if I had a boy or a girl, the color or anything the child So she meant she doesn't know the gender of the child, or maybe the complexion, what the child looks like at all. That's what that means. Upon going back to the city, weeks later, my pastor had a baby who always cling on to me, but they will quickly take the child away from me. So from the way she narrated, written this thing, it's a bit not too clear. But when I had a discussion with her, I kind of get more of the picture, because when I read this, I felt like, oh, so it was when when you returned back to Lagos that your pastor's wife had a baby. She now said, no, she's trying to say that on getting back to Lagos, she noticed a pastor's wife had the baby. Did you know she was pregnant before? Oh no. Anyway, so moving on. I noticed they don't do that. Okay. Uh my pastor's wife, baby, who deliver, cling on to me, but they will quickly take the child away from me. I notice they don't do that to others, and the child does not cling to others. Even my friend noticed this and asked me if I have offended the pastors and his wife. She said they noticed the child is always looking at me whenever I'm around them. This was now about 5 months ago. Yeah, so this month that she did mention is then the same time, it's the same time period of when she had a baby. Do you understand? So, and she also said to me that she was trying to get the date for the child, but they did not give. She wanted to know what, like, when you ask that, oh, when did you give, when was is the date of birth, when did you give birth to the child? She wanted to know. That one too, I think it was too much of being inquisitive. If you take your time, you will find out when they want to celebrate the child's first year birthday. They might not even do it. They might always not celebrate the child's birthday on the very day as well. How they do their things is their business. When the child starts school, it might not even start school here. Anyway, I want to believe this is the child I gave birth to. Is it wise to confront pastor's wife or promise to always work for them? I'm beginning to regret having a baby I know nothing about. I've been so restless. Let me take this. The message is disturbing me from reading it. Yeah. Oh, I've been so restless. Where am I for months now? What do you advise? So that's the story. So the second one, I'm just gonna read that one out because I wasn't able to put down the screen. I'm gonna read that out. Someone sent this to me. It wasn't my case, but it was discussed at their effect series. So I'm just gonna explain that. This guy sent in a case. I sent in a message to. He wanted to get advice. Let me take this off the screen. Yeah. He wanted to get advice and he said, I'm going to quote some things here so that it's not too, I don't want YouTube to flag this video. He said, he's asking that as a woman, I need you to please tell me what I have done wrong in this situation. And this is the issue. This is the story. I dated the lady for 5 years, in which she had an abortion. So she took it. She took the pregnancy out each time. Each time she took it in, so she will flush it out. You guys know what that means. 6 times in a relationship. I wasn't ready for a child then. Even she never gave me a choice because anytime she get pregnant, she just tells me she's going to go ahead and take it out. Meaning the lady herself she usually willingly volunteer to take the bait to take it out because she knows that they are not ready. And all this relationship that they are both struggling. All these small children that they are doing boyfriend and girlfriend, they can't even pay a bill. They don't have a roof or their or whatever. But you know that, but there are some like that they will end up getting pregnant, and the next thing they just think of next is just flushing it out. So the lady took responsibility without even being told, and each time she takes in, she will take it out, which is what she said the lady he said the lady would do. Where was I? She gave me no choice. Anytime she gets pregnant, she tells me she's going to go ahead and take it out. So, which means both of us knew it wasn't the right time. All through our relationship, I was trying to move to Canada, and I was doing courses to qualify to get a job. I study, okay, yeah, I study IT, by the way, and I'm very good at it. When I finally got a job offer to Canada, I had to leave. The girlfriend said we should try. Okay, my girlfriend said she should try and get pregnant so that she can have a baby at Canada. I agree, but the pregnancy did not come at all. So I settled in, and then I told her to apply for visa. She was rejected twice, only for us to find out that she has used fake document to apply to Canada in the past. So it means she had been blacklisted or not unknown to her. She doesn't know that she has been blacklisted unknown to her. So I told her to apply to US, and I can try and move there. Just should get move there should in case she get the visa, then we can see how we can make things work. All this process took 2 years, and she still did not get the US visa. Things got things just felt very difficult. So I told her we should break things up because I was ready to start a family. That's why I was desperate to move to US with her. But things are not, oh my god, things are not working out. I would like to move on with my life. Then she started blackmailing him. She started saying, "Oh, I did so six. I took six thing out for you. You know the thing that she flushed out for you. I stood by you when things were tough. I helped you financially and all that. And that now that you are made, you want to leave me. I begged her that I don't have a choice at this point. Next thing, she called me on video call and went naked and started cursing me and mentioning everything we had been through together. Not welcome. She said that's how I will move on to anyway. So the issue is that the lady started cursing him, and she went nude and started cursing him, reminding him of how she's helped him, how she stood by him when things were tough for him, and all that. Now, the issue is the guy, it's not that the guy doesn't want her at all anymore, but because things weren't working well, and he is not ready to or go back to Nigeria or to settle in Nigeria. And for the lady to travel abroad isn't working. So that's why he felt everyone should go their own separate way. Maybe God is telling them something. And the sixth thing that she's flushed out could have also affected her womb, maybe unknowingly. That's where he is asking for um, help. I would say I have four people watching me. Okay, one from my gadgets, one from GMC, two other people are just listening. Please give us a like and please let's hear from you. What are your thoughts? Yeah. So he said he's afraid of the cause. You know, when they say when a woman go naked and curse you, it will never change. Yeah, yeah. We get it. But this guy has been trying to make things right. And I think because the lady knows the type of guy she has, that he's not the type that is so strong hearted. Some guys don't care. No matter how you ring it in their heads that you're cursing them, it will never be well with you. This one will back. They will throw it back at you, and they don't care. And I think she knew that. And at the same time, let me be on this lady's side as well, because both of them did have things together. It's not like anyone was forced. There are some parts that I did not even read out. That there are some times that whenever they want to do, they do. And if he's trying if he puts the raincoat, the lady will take it out. That if she wants flesh to flesh. Of course, pregnancy came. Anytime it comes, she knows what to do. And for some men, they will say that's the understanding lady that they like. A woman that knows that they are not financially capable of um, starting a family. But do you guys notice that when the man is now capable of being of starting a family, you are not palatable to them anymore. They don't see you as someone who is fit enough to be their wife, because you've both been in you've both seen your shit. Some people used to say the man that you struggle with, when they are ready to settle down, they see you as their mother, not their, like, because you've done almost everything their mom could do, but they want someone that they will pamper, someone that they don't really not all of them settle with people that they struggle with. She should let go. Where am I thinking? Where am I? Okay, so the relationship is mutual, so it is the sexual part, yeah. But the guy didn't do well to go separate because things weren't going. For you, yeah, I think most times, because from our own side as a female, we're like, okay, but when things were, why do you now want to move on? The guy said he's done 2 years and he can't wait anymore. He wants to start a family. To me, I feel, what if you guys got married and she's not having a baby? She's still waiting on the Lord, because there are some people that are 7 years, 5 years, 10 years. That's when they will have a child. Meanwhile, from day one, since they got married, they've been trying to have a baby, but God has not blessed them with a child. Now you want to start a family, but 2 years you're fed up. Yeah, also it could be a sign that, oh, maybe God is trying to tell you that don't try put your head for that thing at trouble. And yeah, you guys could get married and the lady might have been done with anything that has to do with children. We don't know. Maybe she's had issue, but you guys will have to go through proper medical, what is it called, to see. Then if it doesn't work, maybe you start trying the IVF. It's a lot of work as well. Then you guys will now start remembering those times that without struggle, she was getting pregnant. Do you not also remember when she took the first, the second, when she flushed the first? Okay, things happen. The second, things happen. The third, when the third one happened, whenever she's taking the CD off, that's when you should. Do you not have a brain to know that, okay, this is going to be a really debt on me? So it's actually a debt on the guy as well. It's a mutual thing. But you should know that she's going to hold it on to you because she believed that you should understand that she wasn't with any other man, you or the only one, that she put her life maybe on hold for. The thing did not work. They should talk things through and see reasons. Yeah. The guy doesn't want to go back to Nigeria. The girl is not getting visa. Can you guys not go to another country? But let's be sincere, this time relationship isn't that nice. Even if the girl finally get to another country that the guy cannot go to initially, because now if he's tied with work, he will only be able to visit. Where's the okay? He might just be visiting them whenever. That's if they started having children. But if there's no child, he will get to a state that the guy will not feel like visiting her in any other country that maybe she finally able to get a visa to stay. It's really tough, really, really tough. My advice to lady out there, please, 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 don't do it for any man. Don't do it. Don't even do it at all because you don't know tomorrow. You don't. When she was doing this thing, maybe she never thought of it that this guy, my yeah, she never thought of it that this guy might be traveling abroad, or this guy might. Even if some people will say, "Oh, we've promised ourselves," we're human. Things change. They should have a heart-to-heart talk. I believe so. It's not working. They should talk things through and see reasons. If I'm to be honest, really, people won't like this. My response. I mean, my that's a final the feedback on this. When I watched it from the other day, I do kind of agree with one of the person that was giving their own opinion. I think God is maybe God doesn't want them to be together. You will have to um find a way of settling amicably with him with her and move on. I think the guy is not interested to anymore as well. You get to a stage where you get fed up. And now that things are not going well with the application processing and all that, don't forget that the lady will be a bit grumpy. Sometimes when they are talking on the phone, she might be a bit grumpy, a bit more saucy because things are not working. She'll be suspecting every move. So you'll be quarreling more. You know, what do you mean? Why have you not this one? And the other guy might have been tired from where he's coming from to come. Why are you not picking up? Or you didn't call me, you slept up. You know, all those kind of a thing. So all those distant relationship um issue will start coming in. They will start quarreling more. The lady will start suspecting that maybe he wants to leave me. There's a lot. Uh, the guy will need to move on. Seriously. If they get married, it's not I don't see it that they're gonna last. Because now it's a case of being pitied me, you pity me. The lady that is saying because I've flushed it for you, if the guy finally married you based on that, what about how do you guys communicate well in the house, the relationship? Is he marrying you because he pitied you? And for how long would he do that if the baby is not coming? If he's the type that is so interested in having a child, because some men they hold on to it. Why some and they don't care? Some will support you to even get assistance, someone that can help you to carry a baby. If what like the first one that we talked about, you can go through IVF and all that. But some men, is a no. Some men they are controlled by their parents, by their mom. My mom wants to natural one. My mom this one. Some of them are like that. All the best to the lady. I just feel she should just forget about the guy. If the guy really wants her, I think the guy knows. If he really wants her, he can start looking for maybe a job somewhere in another country where maybe they can also still be together. If he doesn't want to go back to Nigeria, it's not a must that he must go back to Nigeria, but he said he wants to move, and I think his mind is no longer with the lady anymore. Well, it's not good, but it has happened. That's life. And it's a lesson to others, other ladies out there. Be careful who you think you're helping. Are you helping yourself? What if the story changed tomorrow? Would you be able to? What if in the process of all these things that we're talking about, the lady have an accident and she can't really walk? Would the guy still be able to? There's a lot to this question. And the lady that wants the guy as well, if the guy is back in Nigeria and is not doing well, would you still want to continue? Hey, it is well. I just pray people learn from all these things, that there are things that happened late before. It happened when we were growing. Then, when I was listening to the story, I thought, okay, these are the things that happened when we were in secondary school, then all those puppy love. But does this thing still happen? Hi, Musisi. Hi, hi, hi. How are you? You're welcome. So I've treated the first case study. I can put down the screen for you to read, but I can recap, because the one on the screen is not well explanatory. I can recap that, then we round it up if you. How are you, host? I'm good. I'm trying. It's been a while I've done this live stream, so I said let me come gradually. This case study, what we discussed today, was really what I say hot in my mind, or really pressing. So I thought it's something I can share, and also hear people's opinion, and so one or two person can also learn from me. Anyone can come across this and also learn from it. So the first one, we had a lady who um did a surrogacy, and after leaving the place, she found out that our pastor's wife had the baby, and the baby is always clinging to her, and the pastor's wife is trying to uh, s- mm, separate the baby from her. So she's suspecting maybe the baby that she had then was the one with the pastor's wife. So she's trying to see if maybe she should um I don't want to use the word confront, have a word with the pastor's wife to know that maybe that's our own baby. She's trying to push aside that she signed a contract and she's been paid, you know. So we discussed things that could happen, that the wife could take the child abroad. She can also land herself in trouble, you know. That's the first one. And the second one was a man who said she and is the girlfriend dated for a few years. And during their relationship, the lady got pregnant 6 times, and the lady took the thing out. And fortunately for the guy, he got a job in Canada and he traveled. The lady couldn't the lady had been trying to get a visa, which they denied twice. Then they found out that maybe she's tried to apply years ago in the past, where they use a fake document. So she's been blacklisted. They've tried another place, they've tried US, nothing has been working. So the guy is thinking that it's been over 2 years and he can't wait anymore and he wants to settle down. Then the lady decided to get upset, and the rest is history. Started blackmailing him, he said the lady started cursing him. He went naked and started saying, reminding him of how she was there for him when things were tough, how she assisted him financially and everything. So that's this thing that we discussed today so far. I hope you Moses, I hope you get the gist. Let me go back to yeah. I hope you get the gist of today. When I plan to use 25 minutes on each case study, and I've used more than 30 minutes first ones. But yeah, so that this is something that someone can listen to and kind of grasp the what we discussed today. Why did I put IVF so surrogacy? Is because I was asking that, is it are couples or people that have used this method, are they compelled to tell the public that this is what they did? Why do some of them also not um telling anyone? Why are they keeping it as a secret? Why do you think people are keeping it as a secret? Should they tell people just so that people who need such help or people who have the capacity can also go through the same method to have their own child? Reason why some people don't want to say it out. And I also kind of relate this to a case of a pastor's wife that they will be telling pastors or people of God, church people, that will be telling, they will be advising other people to keep praying and drinking water, read Psalm 19, Psalm 39, all this something. And but they are going abroad to go and find solution to their own childlessness. They go through IVF, some is through surrogacy, and they don't tell, but they are misleading others to continue to pray. Prayer works. There's nothing God cannot do, but it is also God who also answered these people that went through this IVF, because there are so many people that went through it that did not work. I think now they should start using machines, because human being always have a feeling and that attachment to the baby. Machine as what the topic is too deep. Yeah, the topic is quite deep. I wish I have people here. It's something that I feel really needs to be discussed. The one with the why people are not being open to what method they use in getting the solution to their issues. It's like the way we're on YouTube, some people will tell you this is what I did to get my social thing. Some people don't want to discuss it. And sincerely, I don't blame some. There are some that I'm not even talking about. Remember, I was demonetized. My two channels were demonetized at a certain time as well. I did say I was going to talk about it, but I do not find the vibe to. Not that I don't want people to learn. I actually said, at least I've said it on this live stream more than 5, 6 times. I was like, yeah, yeah, I was demonetized. I was this one, but it's not everyone that will set up a camera and start doing video about it. Yeah, so many people video out there could have helped people. They will say, "Oh, your video could have helped one person." The person will find solution now later. Hi, Kisan. Hi, how are you? I said it's been over many months. I haven't done live stream. I've just been doing this, the head, the online live stream. It's like I've been doing live stream, but so yeah. So I thought I was gonna talk about it, that I was demonetized. This is what I've done. Till now, I don't know the main issue they have with me, but it wasn't nice for my both channel to get off around almost the same time. The two channels got demonetized at once. The first one was, I think it was after it's 5 weeks, 4 weeks or 5 weeks, that the second one now got demonetized. So it was a lot. I feel people will learn from it. My second channel got over 1,000 view. The shots that I felt maybe could have triggered their nonsense got up to 9 million views. But I had to delete them. And you know what? Once you're also demonetized, you don't get views anymore. I think this is what they do. They don't let the algorithm push your videos or anything about your channels. Well, there's so many things I've noticed. So I just go my own jejely. So like I was saying, why are people not catching up here. Okay, that's fine. We're rounding up. It's a deep topic, really. I wish I had people in. Why are people not talking about the how they got solution into their uh maybe issues? Some just because they don't want people to talk about it, they just don't want people to know. And I was saying people that went through, that gone through IVF, surrogacy, why they keeping a secret? Are they also compelled to tell the public or to tell their family member? Everyone has their reason. Some people they are just trying to save face. Some are trying to save their own name. Some people are protecting their image, their names. Some will say we are brands. People shouldn't be hearing this kind of a thing. So therefore, I don't think people should know. But the thing that got me there is, would I say, the men of God, people of God, they will tell you to go and read Psalm 19, Psalm 39. Why I'm keep saying this 19, but I spoke to someone yesterday. I didn't know the person is online. Would know why. Like someone showed me the Psalms they keep asking her to go and be reading until when she finally got to hear that pastor's wife has gone abroad to do IVF. You're welcome. Uju Ononwu official. Amazed. So we've had it. We have how many now? Anyway, I understand. It's the same person. It's the same Uju talk show. Amazed and Uju Ononwu official. You're welcome. Thank you, everyone. I'm actually rounding up. Could I say I'm rounding up? But I've already finished. So I have to recap for Mosisi. And I've actually recap. I don't know, maybe this one grabs the story so far. I talked about the second story of a guy who traveled abroad. He said before he traveled, he dated a lady for a few years. The lady got pregnant 6 times, and the lady flushed it out. Even before he would say, each time she gets pregnant, the lady would definitely say, I'm gonna go and flush it out. And yeah, and for 6 times. So this man or later go visa or work um work whatever what do I call it, the work visa abroad in Canada. And the lady has been unable to get visa to get to go abroad. The 2 times that she tried to apply, it wasn't working. Before the guy left, the lady said she should now get pregnant so that she can come and have the baby abroad. And he agreed. But before he left, finally, no, baby wasn't coming. So after he left, the lady tried twice, she was rejected, only for them to find out that the lady had used a fake document in the past. So unknown to her, she's been blacklisted on Canada's list. And he decided that she should try US, that he will find a way of going to US, yeah, flushing it or flush it. Because of YouTube, I couldn't use the word that they used. That's why I used flush. So took it out. Flush took it out. Yeah. So the lady tried US, it wasn't working as well. And 2 years down the line, the guy said he can't wait anymore, that he's ready to really settle in, be a family man. And he felt they should go their separate way. Maybe God is also telling them something that's maybe they're not going to be good together, or there's blah 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 story. So that's when the lady got mad, and the rest is we know what ladies would do. I got angry, then call him one day on a video call and stripped herself, NAKE, and started cursing, saying, reminding him of how she was there for him when things were tough, how she helped him financially, how she did this, how she did that. And that's scary. And yeah, the guys asked fault, the lady has fault. There are some places where the guy did not ask for. The guy did explain that sometimes even when they were doing the do and he will use CD. You know what I mean by CD, the raincoat to cover to prevent the prevention that the lady will take it out because the lady said he likes a flesh to flesh. And when the flesh to flesh becomes something, they flush it out. Yeah, so that's the situation. The guy wants to move on. He wished to marry her, but because things weren't working, he just felt, you know what, it's okay. He doesn't mind that they should go their ways. But the lady's not having it. Yeah, the guy said he's not ready to come back to Nigeria. He doesn't want to live in Nigeria. So, uh, to me, I felt even if you get married, 5 years, if baby is not coming, would you walk away? If you some people 5 years they are still waiting, some people waited 10 years. See, some of our people that we see, some of our friends, I got about 3 or 4 people that were age mates, maybe we're just months apart, that they have a baby under 5. Yes, so and we have friends that they have the same age mate that they have children that their children is 30 years. You look at the difference. People that just had the baby, they are still doing do pampers there, do this one there, and we have those that already. I have friends that their children is giving birth already. They've become a grandmom in this small age that I am. Oh. So everyone's time is different. You can if they can get married, and if God says it's 5 years time that is going to bless them with with children, they will. They will still have children. There are some that will not. I know someone, a couple, and they are pastors here. They lead the church, and they go every year. They go to India. They have their whatever that they do there, and they go and feed people and evangelize and all that. And they've been together for years. They don't have children. They are very happy. Sometimes I would like maybe they are crying behind the closed door. We don't know, but they look very happy. The day I was talking to the lady, then we were working together at a time, and she said, "God has not blessed me with a child." So, and the way she said it, like she as if she wasn't, but that I prayed for her in my own way. So some people can get married and hoping that children will follow immediately, and God is not. When I say it's not yet time for God to release children to them, or He has released, He hasn't come. I don't know how to put it, but people that have children early is God's mercies and grace. So, and people that waited few years is God's mercies and grace. I've got people that I'm older than their children are older, much older than my children, and I've got people that are older than me. My children are much older than theirs. So that's life. You see, this life. Your back of your hands and the other person's back of their hand is not the same. They look a bit. One is harder, one is tender, one is nice, one is looking different. So with this guy, the excuse is given to me. I feel 2 years. In 2 years, before you know how many times it's 24 months, baby, you know. But I think he's made up his mind. And I was saying in that maybe when is distant relationship, there bound to be a lot of quarrels. You didn't pick up on time, you didn't come in last night, you slept off when we were on the phone, you did not this one, didn't respond to your text. The time difference as well could cause so many of these their quarrels. So the guy isn't finding the vibes. No, he's not finding the relationship okay anymore. I think the guy is getting tired because they started this their shukru too early. They started it too early. So think the guy is finding is tired. He's getting tired. He must have started seeing someone who interests him over there. Why each time he's communicating with you that you are not in Nigeria, you guys fight more on you didn't pick up on time, you didn't respond to my text, who is talking behind the or at the background, why did you do this one, your email da, ah, da, 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 turn on the camera, why did you mute it? You know, see, I've heard so many things. Those things could have caused many things where quarrels where the guys start getting fed up like I don't think I need this, I don't think I can cope with this anymore. um yeah. Yes, I do flushing, yeah, I understand. Catch God's of mercy, God's mercy for them. The hammer, hey mercy, I wonder why they got to the level 6 times. I did say shukru shukru. Shukru shukru to early. My sister. I said it earlier. I said, you know what? They will say when it comes to women, we want to support women, but both sides I did blame and both side I did try to support. Okay, so for the guy, you try to use CD and the lady doesn't want it. She wants flesh to flesh and she's taking it out. So when the first one happened, mistake, okay, we get it. You guys started early, wearing equipped enough. The second one happened, Abba now, and we shouldn't have. Hey, God have mercy, we should stop it though. You know that one, the third one happened, your brain did not reset. Like, this is not a mistake anymore. No, 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 no. This can't happen anymore just because the lady does what is expected of. hmm, am I using the right word? What you were expecting or what you wanted to happen, she uses her initiative in the way that favors you. By each time it happens, she just say, you know what, did I not read it out again for you? She will say, you know what, never mind, she'll just go and take it out. She'll go and do the necessary, but you are aware. I'll read that part. He said, I wasn't ready for a child. He said, um, as a woman, I need you to please tell me what I have done wrong in this situation. I dated the lady for 5 years. It was 5 years. During the 5 years is when the lady had six mefa, six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He said, I dated the lady for 5 years in which she had an abortion for. Oh, I didn't want to enter. Oh God, use that word. I've forgotten. For me, 6 times in the relationship. I wasn't ready for a child then. Even she never gave me a choice because anytime she gets pregnant, she just tells me she's going to go ahead and take it out. So, which means both of us knew it wasn't the right time. Although our relationship, all through our relationship, I I have tried to move to Canada and doing a course, and I qualified for in IT, and I studied well, blah 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 blah. So where he said she will go ahead and take it out without being told. So the lady did what she felt is necessary. Sometimes you see, ladies, they would think they are helping the man. He did not ask for such help, but you see. Oh, thank you, Musisi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Thanks for the love. Thank you. Yeah, so some ladies think they are doing they are doing the guy a favor. You are struggling with him right now. Once he gets okay, he sees you as his mom, as his struggling big auntie or a struggling mama. They need someone that they want to pet most times. Not all the time. It does happen. Thank you, Mrs. God bless you. It's not all the time that it happens. But mm, would I say 50-50? Some of them, they move on, they don't need you because they feel, some of them feel that you know everything about them. I know someone who definitely, purposely work out of such, and he said, she bosses me, she talks to me anyhow, though we we moved together for years, but I just can't, I can't. So for the betterment of both of them, before he will go and buy somebody one day when they are quarreling, he said he can't go ahead, though the woman did suffer with him. You see how life is. He's saying, I will beat her, I will commit because she has a foul mouth. She talks to me as if she's talking to her baby. She this one, she that one, because she helped me. He is not saying what he did as well that warrant lady for talking to. So you see how life is. Uh, they always believe that if you help them, you will always remind them of such, that you always remind them of the help that you did, which this lady obviously put in place when the guy was saying, I think we should move on. And he felt, the lady felt, you know what, maybe you've forgotten, let me reset your brain, let me remind you. And yeah, that's it so far, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate. Uh, I hope you get the first story as well. Like I said, I'll put down the screen one more time before we leave. I did explain the first story that it was. This is a very short one. I didn't quite understand the clear picture initially when I got this, but after speaking to the person, and then I got a very clear picture of this um this story. And why I asked the questions of IVF and surrogacy is, something that I've heard that some people, they don't want to tell you what, so how they got solution to their issue. Most times, church people, they will either keep telling you to continue to go and pray, while they are finding solution elsewhere. And why are people not speaking up? Why are the people keeping it as a secret? And the people that had it done, are they compelled to tell the public why they've done it? I did also um, talk about Cora's sister. I think her name is Oma Abi or whatever. Cora Obidi's sister that she welcomed a baby a few weeks ago, and she had that through surrogacy, and she made it public. At least people know the world we're in. All these things are not too big. It's not too big. It's not too. It's not a big deal. As people will say, it's not a big deal. So don't let me crack the English, because my teeth was gonna break, and I don't want to bite my tongue. Yeah. So but there are some that still they are afraid of their parent back home. They feel their parents are still going to say, oh, but that one is not natural. Omolomonje, meaning um a child is a child. Maybe it comes through this method or come through. A majority of people would love to have it true, to have it done true, but we have some children of nowadays that they will say they don't want to go through that pain. If I tell you what I hear in this house sometimes, that they don't want to go through that pain, just take it out and let me rest. So how we see things then, some people now, they don't want it, they just want it out straight. Yeah. Yeah, secrecy of surrogacy. Yeah. I would like us to talk about it maybe another time. Why are people actually, are people ashamed? And I know, we have some people that they have foul mouth. They will be using that to describe the child. They'll be using that to, some just feel that they lose their confidence. Yeah. I watched a film where a woman that had it done, when they were asking mothers to get up, someone now looked at her and said, but you're not. Ah, God help us. God is such a merciful God. Anyway, I don't talk too much. 1 hour. I said I was going to do 50 minutes, 25 minutes on each topic. When I was about to round up, Mosisi came. This song came. I saw Uju talk show. No, Uju or no word official. Sometimes if you hear me, I'll miss the three. So until later I will get settled with one. So I think right now where it's Uju or no word official. A child is a child, exactly. But let's be sincere. Sometimes when if you're blessed to have it naturally, you have that confidence as well. It is people who have gone through one way or the other that maybe might be feeling that I might be feeling like it's not like that. I think it's a thing of the mind sometimes. But if you know the people you're surrounded with, that are surrounding you, maybe it helps. Maybe you finally start feeling like they might be feeling this way, or it may make you to be conscious of things, how you go about things. I don't know as well. I've known few people that had one or two, but what is it now? People cannot create, but they will complain about what is being created. It is well. Like I said, is we have a merciful God. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to give us a thumb up, share if you can. Take care, and by God's grace, we'll have a topic next week. I'll be coming gradually. I did apologize for not being on for months, and I did say it's okay for you to take a break, a rest, rather than when the rest forces itself on you. I think I did um weekend boost about that. That do not let the rest uh, or the break when it forces itself on you. You might have to rest in a hospital somewhere that you did not plan to, but if you plan quickly know and you take the rest, I think it's better. May we not be forced to take the break that we do not wish to in a wrong place. Amen. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, Musisi. God bless. Bye, everyone. Musisi, thank you, thank you, thank you. We need to talk as well. Which one is the ending one? I think it's this one.